I'm certainly starting to understand more and more why some actors don't want their work at all, because it can be very hard and it's a strange thing. But I'm fascinated by filmmaking, and I love to see how movies cut together, how it changes, how the music changes the film, and how it fits in there, how it looks, the cinematography, up on the big screen. So I do like seeing the final film, even though it scares me. The most important thing to me is usually the director if I'm going to act in a film, but also the writing. And I do sort of believe you're only as good as your writing. There are exceptions to that rule. You see somebody just give a great performance in an okay film, or you see standouts, but in general, the writing has to be good. So if I was ever going to direct something, I'd have to feel really passionate about the writing and the story. The most important thing I've learned from directors is just to know what you want. And that's what I want in a director. I want them to know what they want. It's okay to play around on set, discover it, let it happen, but I mean, have a purpose, of what you're doing. And I like people who are ballsy, who aren't afraid to, take a risk, which sounds a little lame, take a risk. I think we use this term a lot, but I mean, that's the directors that I've worked with who do go for what they want, and then, it's going to be put out there and people are going to like it or they don't, but you have to do what, is going to satisfy you first, because I can't predict what you guys are going to like, and that's not my job, it's to try and satisfy what I'm responding to, and that's all I can go by as an actor, a director, a writer, as a reader, as a viewer. The best thing about it, there's a lot of best things about it. One is getting to be a part of something that gives you something, meaning I like movies a lot, and I feel really excited when I see a movie that moves me the right way, Then getting to work with people who I look up to or have liked their work and share an experience with them is really great. And then there's the personal experience of just being able to put your all into something, and then at the end of the day feel like you did okay, and you've got something from it. And the best thing about it is that you're always learning, so I don't get bored. Hopefully I learned something from doing this film, which helps me on my next film, and that happens over and over again. The worst thing about it is definitely
being stuck in a room full of journalists.
No, this is not the worst thing about it. The worst thing about it, one of the hardest things about it is when it becomes public, because when you make a film, it's really intimate. You're with a small group of people who you get to know really well, and you're playing with your emotions and all that, and then you give it away, and that's really hard because you get people, who judge you. They judge your work, and then you get people who judge you as a person, even though they don't know you, and that's something that I have trouble with. It doesn't trouble me, but I don't like the idea of that. And then I also think that, the idea of celebrity and some of the things that come along with, the film industry, they're not the best thing.